Hi everyone, welcome back to Geek's Bathhouse. We are just getting started. Today we're going to be making a Lord of the Rings inspired Lembas Bread soap. I have just mixed my lye into my water. It's nice and hot. I'm going to go ahead and get that poured over our hard oils. Using a really basic recipe today. Just has castor oil, coconut oil, olive oil, and sustainably harvested palm oil, which is a very basic recipe I've been using experimenting with on some soaps lately. And I'll be happy to share with you the percentages I'm using in the description box below if you're interested. I'm going to just get all this mixed up. Have a really neat leaf mold I'm excited about using for this soap. If you're familiar with Lord of the Rings, you know that the Lembas bread is what the elves gave to Frodo and Sam to eat on their journey. And it's said that one piece can keep a man going for an entire day, I think, maybe longer. It's a magical cake, bread, cracker type thing. So they come wrapped in leaves, which is why we're using this leaf mold. So we're going to be doing a variety of greens for our leaf. My plan is to do just a bit of an in the pot swirl with the different leaf colors so that the leaf will kind of have variation in its color, and then just pour straight down into the mold. It is very cold in here right now. Give me just a minute. It is very cold in my house right now. It's snowing outside, so I'm hoping this doesn't move too quickly on us. Stir up all my additives here. I have in my liquid oils, I have some Kaolin Clay, some Colloidal Oatmeal, some goat milk powder, alright. This is a larger recipe than you've seen me work with before, my 1 pound mold. This is almost 2 pounds, 23 ounces in this recipe, so we're pushing it for space in this little container, but I think we'll be alright. We'll just try not to be sloppy if we can help it. Try to move that forward a little bit where you can see a little bit better. We are just at the limits for this container here. Trying to stir gently. Actually, switch this up a minute and just give a bit of a hand stir. I don't want to slosh it out all over the place. I have my paper towel underneath my handle here. I don't know if you can see that, but the handles on these have a little indent, and my soap is wanting to drip out. I'm trying to keep it in there. But I want to make sure that that lye solution is thoroughly emulsified with all the oils, including the liquid oils that I added afterward. I'm going to give it one more buzz carefully. Okay, I think we are good. Because the Lembas bread is kind of a magical bread. Well, not kind of, it is. I thought it might be cute to add some sparkle here's my fragrance oil, by the way. We are using oatmeal milk and honey fragrance from Be Scented. I will leave a link in the description box below. It is a very soft, nice oatmeal type fragrance that I thought would work well for the idea of this soap being something that you eat. Oatmeal and honey sounds elvenish. I am sloshing this out. Didn't plan this very well today, guys. It happens. Try to make sure that fragrance gets stirred in really well. The oatmeal milk and honey fragrance from Be Scented I like because it doesn't have a lot of vanillin in it, and so it doesn't discolor the soap too much. It just discolors to like an ivory, so I can add color and it's not gonna mess with it. That's looking pretty good. So as I was saying, I'm gonna add some sparkle to all of my different colors, just to give it a touch of magical feeling. So I don't have really a rhyme or reason with the colors. We're just going to do a little bit of a couple different greens and see what we get. I also have a gold out that I might do. I think, yeah, we'll use this one and pour off a little bit because I think a little bit of a yellow gold mixed in will probably be pretty. So we'll do that one for the gold, and probably relatively equal portions of our greens. So my gold, I'm going to be using Shimmer Gold Mica from Nurture Soap. We'll do that one first. Move this out of your way. This Shimmer Gold is really pretty. That's not totally stirred in, but it's getting there. We're going to be using Pine Mica, also from Be Scented. This is kind of a nice dark green. As I was planning this soap, I realized that I'm kind of hurting for green micas. So if anybody has any suggestions of green colors that you like, I would love to hear about it. Then we're going to use from Mad Oils, which is now Mad Micas, I believe, the Maniacal Pea. This is a nice bright green. I like this one a lot. And as always, I will leave in the description box the different colors that I'm using and all that in case you're interested. Then I also have Pear Green Mica. This one is from Micas and More. That is a pre-buy kind of thing. Their page only opens the first week of the month to pre-order from. And this color looks really pretty in the bag. I had a note from the last time I used this color that it came out poop green. So it might not be super beautiful, but I think mixed with these other greens, it'll work for us. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and hand stir all these colors in first, and then we'll see. We'll probably give them all a buzz because I'm adding the dry powder today straight to the soap. I do like to pre-mix the mica into oil. I find that it stirs in a little bit easier that way sometimes. The color, oh yeah, definitely. I see why I called this one poop green. You can see that's the green color, but that's okay. It's kind of, it's a goldy yellowy green. It has a lot of yellow in it, so. Starting to thicken up a little bit. That's what I was worried about, was that we'd thicken kind of quickly because it's so cold in here, but this pine mica is a really pretty green. I might actually, depending on what this looks like after I hit it with the stick blender, may add a little bit more powder to that one. Now let's move over over here to this one. And this is that maniacal pea. This is like a bright neon-y type green, which is really pretty. Oh yeah, this is going to be nice. So I think I'm just going to drop swirl all of these into one container and then pour them all into the mold. So let's hit each of these with the stick blender just briefly. Oh, and I forgot my sparkles. Wait a minute. Hello, I did all that talk about the sparkles and then forgot to add them. This is a super sparkle glitter from Crafter's Choice. I'm going to add some of this into each one. Make our whole soap. Oh, that green is going very brown. Hopefully, a lot of times you have colorants that change, kind of morph as the saponification process is going on, and then they change back later. So we're gonna hope that that happens with this green because it is now brown. Stir in. All right, let me get all my spatulas out so we can hit it all with the stick blender. And then we'll get this poured in the mold. So I may have way too much soap here. I'm not entirely sure. Since it's an odd shaped soap, I did a lot of reading, or an odd shaped mold. I did a lot of reading about how to calculate how much soap you need, and I don't know if I did it right, so we'll see. That's why you always keep extra molds handy, in case we need to. We'll just make some extra soap in another mold. Yeah, I do think I want to add a little bit more of the pine mica in this one. It's a really pretty dark green. It has some, the green itself has some shimmer to it, which is nice. I like shimmer. So. Alright, that is really beautiful. Okay. Just get this scraped off as best I can, and we will get these all mixed and into the mold. So I am just going to do an in the pot swirl here, which means just pouring all the soap into one pot and then pouring it into the mold and just letting that mix create the swirl. Gosh, I really hope that this brown changes back to green. So this is where it started, this color, and this is what I have right now. Hopefully it will morph back and not stay that color. We'll see. This is really looking like quite a lot of soap for the size of my mold, but we'll see. I'm going to reserve a little bit because I find that when you do an in the pot swirl, a lot of your mixed color stays on top and in the bottom doesn't get as much, so I like to reserve a little bit, and after I pour some of this off, do a little bit more in the pot to make sure that that swirl goes throughout everything. So here's our mold. You can kind of get an idea. It's a very intricate leaf mold. It's really pretty. I've used it before. And actually, I did not buy this mold from Be Scented, but I do believe that they sell it as well. So that one, see, we're getting a lot more of the brown than the other greens because it's kind of on top here. So these first leaves are going to be real brown. Hopefully that brown comes back to life as a green. And we'll pour some, try to get the rest of this in here. This time, since I'm just kind of chunking it on top and it's thickening up, I'll probably give a little bit of a stir down in there before I pour these last 3 leaves. I am happy to report, you probably cannot see it, but there is a lovely amount of shimmer in all of the colors. That glitter is really awesome. Alright, there we go. It's looking pretty good. So I am going to try to give this a little stir, mix those colors up, and pour off these last 3. Oh, it kind of looks camo, actually, with that one green turning so brown on me. This particular one is kind of, this mold is a little bit bent, so that one might come out a little funny. And as I suspected, I have a good amount of soap left. If anybody knows a good way to calculate exactly how much soap you need when you have an odd-shaped mold like this, I'm trying to kind of tap it, get the air bubbles out where I can, but it's kind of hard to do with this mold. Looks like we can add just a touch more here. Oh, that was probably way too much. Tap that down in. And there we go. Alright, I am going to grab another mold and pour off the rest of this. It's green, so we'll see what we have. But there we go, guys. That is our Lembas Bread soap poured, and I will bring you back. Hopefully this will be ready to unmold tomorrow. Since it's so cold, it probably will be. I'm just going to get this cleaned up, and I will get the rest of that soap into a different mold, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Hi everyone, we are back to unmold our Lembas Bread soaps. If you want to take a look at the top there, you can kind of see that there's some soda ash on the top. That's why it's so pale. You'll really be able to tell when we get it unmolded. So let's just kind of pull these out. It's been 2 days. The soap was still a little soft yesterday, and I wanted to give them plenty of time in the mold because this mold is very detailed. I wanted to make sure we got all the leaf detail. Oh, they feel a little soft still, but there we go. Look how cool that is. All the pattern in the leaves. Good news is our gross, weird green color did morph back to a nice green, and it's not that gross poop brown color we had. So as you can see how dark this is compared to how light the backside is. That's because the backside's where it was exposed to air. Got some soda ash going on. That's totally normal with my bar soaps in my loaf molds. Look at the detail. I'll bring you guys in close so you can see that really good. With my loaf mold soaps, I tend to spray them with some rubbing alcohol to kind of help with the soda ash. But with these, see, okay, so the mold is so detailed. It has, let me get this in where you can see how this one, the the middle piece peeled off, whereas this one it kind of stayed. That's a very, very thin little piece inside the mold. Let me pop these other ones out and then I'll show you. So the soaps are still a little soft. That one hung on. So they're kind of, some of that soap is sticking still down in the mold. It probably could have stood to stay in the mold another day or two, but I didn't want to wait any longer. So let's take a couple of these. You can see, you can kind of see that. I will get you in for some close-up shots in just a minute. But there we have it, guys. These little leaf packet Lembas Bread soaps, and oh, they smell really nice. They're scented again with that oatmeal milk and honey from Be Scented. And there we go. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, give me a like, and go ahead and tell your friends if you think they'd be interested in seeing what we're doing on the channel. Share it, subscribe. We appreciate all your support, and we will see you guys on the next video. Bye-bye.